Hello, everyone. One of the perks to be able to work at home is that you can recover and make some time to work. As you can see, I'm battling laryngitis, I think they say, but I'm always, my weakest point is usually to get sore throats and cough and pressure, sinuses. It's kind of like something that I have been dealing with for many years, along with 30 years of high blood pressure. That's hereditary. My great-grandparents, grandparents, father, and we all siblings have to deal with high blood pressure. I remember one of my first doctors told me that it was really little room for improvement because most of the things recommended to take care or control blood pressure is losing weight, exercise, eat healthy. They also recommend no caffeine, and they also said low on salt to control your blood pressure. Well, I remember this doctor saying that I had a little room of improvement because I most likely practice all those things. So I have been maybe neglecting the fact that taking my blood pressure pills is something that I must do, and I guess I took it a little bit like, I feel great, right? And mentally I feel very young, but I'm not. So I had my systems. I had blood pressure. I keep forgetting taking my blood pressure pills through the years, and it's basically about 30 years, 25 to 30 years that I'm diagnosed with complications with blood pressure. Not complications, just blood pressure. But when I had my second baby 21 years ago, it was official that it was not just something, because they monitor when you're pregnant, and it was a high risk to preeclampsia if I didn't take care of my blood pressure. I live a very, very hectic life. I choose my life, my work. I feel like I created a life that if I'm not like in constant next project and next thing to do, it's just me. And of course it creates a life very stressful. Nevertheless, I feel like I balance it because I really follow my heart also on a lot of fun things to do. My work, it's very stressful, but very, very rewarding on the fact of how you could live through other clients' happiness or yourself when you experience places for your clients. So what happened, or why am I here wasting your minutes? I have been forgetting taking my pills, and I have been doing everybody. I've been yelled at, talked nicely, begged that I have to take care of my blood pressure and control it. So I had a doctor that I kept telling her that I didn't want to take 2 pills to control it because barely I took one, that it would be horrible. And I really have this bad belief, or is a belief that I have since I took care of my dad, or me and my brothers and sisters took care of my dad the last 10 years of his life. And taking all those pills also took a toll on his kidneys. So there's a lot of things that I'm like, I'm repellent to pills. I don't even take a Tylenol. I suck it up. That's me. I have nothing. If I ever have to take vitamins, I do it liquid form. I just can't stand the pills itself. So having pills by your toothbrush, having pills in my office, I have the pills in my purse. I have pills everywhere. It never really stopped me from forgetting here and there. So my average was like, oops, a week I forgot 1 or 2 times, most of the time. Well, I have a pretty big, scary Tuesday this last week. I went to the doctor for other reasons. I want to actually publicly help one of my friends, Olga, who has been literally on my ass, texting and reminding me, because long time ago I posted about that I haven't done a colonoscopy, and this is my year, my birthday year, that I'll be 60 years old. So I'm 10 years behind on the colonoscopy, and I just can't stand. I don't want to do the sample stool thing. I hated it, you know. I know it's TMI, but this is a health check talk. She kept reminding me to do it, and I decided I have to do this. She's right. It's for my own good. So I make an appointment to see my doctor on Tuesday to order a colonoscopy. And little I knew when I got there that my blood pressure was 210 over 110. And people who knows a little bit of the numbers, that means high, very high. But I didn't feel anything. And the doctor, it's a nurse, not my doctor, because I'm in between doctors. My doctor moved or retired. So this new lady said, but that is an ER risk. I can't let you go like that, and we have to, take care of this blood pressure issue. So I was telling her, well, my normal is 150 over 90, and she says, that can't be your normal, you can't live like that. So she was pretty much a little bit more in the pressure side of, this is serious, which as she should be, or as I should take it. So they gave me a little pill of a little pill that they completely help you drop fast the blood pressure. And after 30 minutes, they check again, and it only lowered just to 190, I think, or something like that. So what happened is that I had to stay there hours, and they had to give me a second pill. They asked me, I approve it. I live 3 minutes from these places, so I wasn't worried about going back home or anything. Well, she gave me the second pill that it dropped it, I think, to 160, and she says that you can go home and rest, etc. So I went to the pharmacy, pick up the prescriptions I got, because in the meantime that I'm going for that appointment, I start feeling my sore throat, something that you know when something is off on your body. And I asked for some coughing pills. So I'm going to the pharmacy, and then immediately I felt so lethargic, and I knew it because one time that this happened to me, that is when your blood pressure drops so much. So I rushed home again. Thank God for the places that I live. It's only 3 minutes to do things. There's no traffic, anything here. And I actually checked my blood pressure, and it was very low. I think it was, I can't remember it because I took it and I didn't record it, but I know it was very low. Like the lower was like 50 and the higher, I don't remember. I'm estimated it was probably 80 over 60. I don't know. But it was just so difficult for me because I didn't expect that. That was kind of like just a visit to get a prescription for a colonoscopy, and I end up in this sort of serious situation where the doctor almost sent me to ER because that could be an easy stroke or an easy heart attack. So I definitely got my wake-up call. I got my wake-up call because I'm not prepared. I'm not prepared paper-wise. We all know the things we have to leave ready if something happens. And I know there's things ready, but there are some things that are not ready. So this was a wake-up call. And if I have to take 2 or 3 pills to control my blood pressure, I will have to do it. And right now, this new doctor changed the pill I'm taking, which I love it, losartan. I love it because it's 0 side effects. Like many others, lisinopril and some others, they usually give me coughing, and it's one of my weakest part is my throat. And I definitely feel like this was a wake-up call, because I do know that my blood pressure was probably running like that for a long time. And I tell you what really scared me is that she started making notes, and she asked me about my parents and family on the blood pressure side. And my dad started having heart attacks and strokes probably 12, 13 years before he died. So there are chances that his problems started at 60s. And for me, turning 60 this year, it kind of scared the crap out of me. It's like, oh shit, it is something that no matter how much I care of myself, because I do make efforts to take care of myself, what I do for living, what I eat, my mindset. I work a lot in meditation and self-development. So I know that is a part that you can't control. I can't control the blood pressure. And I don't think my blood pressure is emotional. I don't, because I've been in doctors where I felt the happiest, bliss, and my blood pressure is to the roof. And I remember going to the doctor's visit for being super angry, stressed, problems, life is gonna end that day, and my blood pressure is fine. I don't get it. You can't get it. And I also will never know when is my last day. I will never know. And I just want to, and anybody, blood pressure or not, your life is priceless today. So changes that you need to do in your own life, please stop, make an auto-analysis of you, your life. What are you doing? What are you doing for the people that you leave behind? That's kind of my concern. I want to make sure they have things easy. If I gotta go, God called me, and I'm so happy on my faith that I will see my Lord. I will see my ancestors. I'll see people, and that makes me happy. But I want to make sure people I love here on earth don't have to deal with my paperwork. They just have to deal with their emotions of losing a person. And that's what I am making this video about. It's not about you. Yes, you can check out and go. I hear people saying that, oh, I'll check out, who cares? Well, care, because nobody wants to be in the pain of losing a person they love, and on top of that, not knowing where to call for life insurance so you can have a decent celebration of life. You know what I mean? So that's what I'd like to share things, and this is my sharing to, hey, you don't need a wake-up call on the one I'm having. My blood pressure is not controlled yet, but I'm working on it, and I'm taking all the steps and caring, because I care for you. I care for being here to be a liaison, or just to give you a little bit of a food for thought of what to do. All right? Well, goodbye for the beautiful Florida. And don't forget to do that. Stop. Write it down. What do you need to do for your health? Make all your lists. Make all your tests. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to have an EKG, MRI, everything to see what's going on with my heart. And taking care of that. Because I honestly feel good, except for today, my coughing. But I feel great. It's nothing I have complaints about. I'm blessed, and I'm always blessed to the health I have and the people I'm around. So just do that for yourself, okay? All right, goodbye, amigos.